Oh my goodness, Europa League goal final. Oh, I don't care. I'll be honest with you.
You don't care.
They don't know what it's like to win a European trophy. They got no idea.
Welcome to Goals FanZone and welcome to Keep or Sell. First player up is Martin Odegaard. Take your places. Play ball.
Let me speak to the Arsenal fans right now. Yeah? Do you want to win the major trophies, the biggest competitions?
Of course.
You're not going to do that with Martin Odegaard in the heart of your team.
Why?
Because you don't show up in big games.
But how do you know about winning the biggest trophies?
We won one last season, mate. Europa League. Does Odegaard show up in big games, yes or no?
Well, he's been injured this season. You're going to talk about
But I'm not talking just this season, I'm talking about the biggest games.
He's been injured. We haven't played the greatest. But selling him is crazy.
I think you could get good money for him and you can replace it with someone better.
With who?
Arsenal do lack a lot of creativity in their team, so I feel like selling their one creative player would be a bit of a mistake.
Sell him and buy someone else for that position. Someone that could step up in the biggest games.
Arsenal don't have that pool.
Well then that's their own problem.
What pool do you have?
We're talking about Martin Odegaard.
What the?
Guys. Is he really your end game?
Listen, this season he's shown his worst, but when he's good, oh boy, is he good. Remember last season, first half against Aston Villa, one of the best performances I've seen in the Arsenal shirt. One more season, I believe he can get back to his best.
I think where you guys want to get to, the amount you talk about winning Champions League, Premier League, I don't think he's your man.
Is he the guy?
I don't think he is.
Is he the guy?
I think he is.
Is he the guy?
He is. Saka's been injured. That's the guy he usually plays football with. 4 months he was out. Then we had no Havertz. We had no Jesus. We had no Martinelli. He's by himself.
The best players step up when others around him are injured.
No, but
And he
listen.
takes it on himself. He's done nothing. He's just hid in the shadows.
Odegaard, I feel like there's two different types of creators that you have. There's players that can do it by themselves. I don't think Odegaard's that type of player. Odegaard's that type of player. It's like the David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. You need two. Obviously, this season he's been injured. It's not been his best season. He himself even said it. But if you want to say sell Martin Odegaard because of one bad season, the seasons prior he's been great. I feel like we should keep him and add to the creativeness that we have in this team.
I'll be real. I feel like I've got to disregard that if he just said David Silva needed Kevin De Bruyne and Kevin De Bruyne needed David Silva. That's a bit of a crazy statement. I'm not gonna lie.
How?
They needed each other to be good.
100%.
He'll maybe get you a few assists and a few goals against Sunderland and them, man. But he's not winning you anything.
Are any of you convinced?
I agree with him, but I'm over here because who else are they going to bring in? They haven't got anyone that they're bringing in that's better than Odegaard. I'm not saying Odegaard's great, but I'm saying keep him because you ain't getting any better.
Martin Odegaard, well done. You're soft. You've done it. You've convinced the boys that you can stay one more year. Next player up, Richarlison.
Hey, Mids, come on.
Mids, come on.
Mids,
Six
come on.
it's all right. Six all right.
Wow, and we have another 5-on-1. We're going to chat to our resident keeper, Midzi.
Tottenham definitely need a lot of surgery, but Richarlison shows that he has heart. Decent strike on his day. I don't think you should sell him just yet.
Spent a good bit of money on Richarlison. But boys, who wants to open on why you're selling the pigeon, bro?
Play 5 games injured, 3 months. Play 5 games injured, another like 6-7 months. Come back, obviously, show class in the final. But we are saying there's some report 50 million to Saudi Arabia. Why not? We just cut the cost, cut the loss, and then we're gonna invest in something bigger. Because
would you sell him if it wasn't Saudi Arabia for 50 M's?
if it's 30 million Arsenal, I will still take it because I feel like he's gonna be a liability in the Arsenal team right now. I think so. Yeah.
Daniel, you taking some money?
Yeah, I'll take whatever they can give. Honestly.
Hey, now, Richarlison, we love you really, man. We love you really.
Don't start switching up now. Look what side you're on.
I might switch,
Hey, yo!
My guy, I'm coming. I saw side.
Peak fire! You've had to switch.
Now, in the Europa League final, when he tracked back, got the ball off Ahmad, went off injured, when it came on for Son came on. I saw something in him that day. And I was like, you know what? Just for that, he deserves another year.
First of all, you just said it yourself. He tracked back and then came off injured.
60th minute, he can still, he came off for Son.
Someone said if he was a racehorse, he would have been put down by now. And I'm not gonna lie, even when he is here.
How much would you take for Richarlison right now?
20 mil.
Would you take 15?
Yeah.
Are you taking 10?
No, I'll take 15. 10 mil, he's worth keeping.
Give me 10.
The amount of players that Tottenham need to get rid of and the amount of players that Tottenham need to sign, someone like Richarlison is worth keeping. In the dying minutes of the game, if you want to, sub off Solanke or whatever and bring on Richarlison to hold up the ball, make sure that he can waste time. And in certain games where he can really piss off defenders, You need that quality in Richarlison. I feel like it's not selling right now. Once you get a couple signings in, maybe January you can look, okay, do you really need Richarlison? And maybe the season after. But for this season, keep him.
Honestly, before the final, before like the semi-final, I've never thought about Richarlison in our squad, like because he's been injured for so long.
So if you're not playing Sri Lanka and Heung-min Son is going, you can play up front.
We got Johnson.
Yeah, but who? Yeah.
Wait, scored the final.
Yeah, Luke Shaw on
Luke
goal.
Shaw, bro.
Yeah,
They
that's
gave
okay.
a petty goal, bro.
So petty.
Can any of you be convinced to join the other side?
No, this is.
I've already switched. I know.
Yeah, you're already a little turncoat.
I've recruited one,
Bro.
That's it.
Mitzi, you left the side.
Bro, they just want him gone. They want him
I mean,
gone.
no offense. Look who you recruited back.
Bro, listen.
Richarlison, you are getting sold. See you later, son. The next player up is Gabriel Martinelli. Head's gone keep.
I thought football was dead. I saw Dewey. I saw Luke, man. I just saw Yamal doing so many things on the ball. Well, look at Martinelli. Lord have mercy.
I'm not gonna lie, he's spitting.
I'm not trying to have this shuffle. No, bro, no more shuffle. He's too robotic. Ain't the thing Martinelli he was. He's not free. He's not free flowing. I don't know if he's even Brazilian. He might be Italian. Who even knows at this point? But at this point, I just don't think he's the guy.
I just think when you look around Arsenal and the teams they're trying to compete with, most of them have way better wingers.
Oh.
And he's miles behind in that pecking order. On his day, he can be a good player, but he's not at that level.
Do you know who the highest scoring Brazilian is in the Premier League in one season? Gabriel Martinelli. We know Gabriel Martinelli is not a dribbler, but do you know who else isn't a dribbler? Mo Salah. He's not a dribbler. He gets you goals. And Gabriel Martinelli, at the top of his game, when he's on his day, he can get us goals. And he showed us that 2 seasons ago. I'm not just gonna all of a sudden sell him because this season he hasn't been great. The whole team hasn't been great.
I think Martinelli should stay. I feel like he'll be a good, squad role player. He could start potentially.
I'll be real. I came over here because I thought same sort of thing, good squad player. Obviously listened to their opinions and realised that your opinions were a little bit washed, so I'm actually heading. Oh, enjoy it,
He wanted to
boys.
do that from the start. He wanted out. Hey, he said nothing the whole time. He wanted to do that from the start.
I can't even lie to you. I'm not a Spurs
He said
fan,
it-
but
he said it for the start.
That's what it is.
Someone like Gabriel Martinelli running that left back star tired in the 70th minute, that's a scary sight. I don't care if he can't really dribble like that. That's going to be a scary sight either way. And for me, I want that in my team. I'm not saying he's going to be the
So,
starting
just to
left
be
winger.
clear, you want to turn your starting winger into a bench winger.
Yes,
Potentially.
Yes.
Do you want him to be a starting winger next year, all year?
No.
Nah, come back, man.
I want him
It's got to be sell then.
Boys, are you sure you want to be over
I want him
there?
here. I still want him in the club. I don't want to sell him.
Mitz, I know you're thinking.
I'll be real. Someone starts calling around saying 60, 70 mil.
What? He's not.
I might have to drive him. I might have to, bro.
Gabriel Martinelli getting sold, mate. Our next player up is Heung-min Son. We go from one washed winger to another.
Harry, where are you going?
Harry!
Since Leverkusen is transferring to Spurs, since scoring the first goal against Palace, he has done countless things for us. The fact that he didn't start in the final of Europa League actually proved that he don't mind being a squad player because he knows he kind of lost his speed.
Do you think Son can go from superstar to regular bench?
He already accepted it. I feel like since the
one
final.
game?
Let's say you're right and he's accepted the fact he's going to be a squad player. Who wants that in their team? Who wants a player that's happy to be on the bench? And first of all, if he is a squad player, then there's no point really having him round. Just bring someone young, bring someone else who wants to actually play in the team. And second of all, I think you're not going to get a better ending for Son than this. Especially you've seen how bad he's been in the league this season, how few goals he's scored and how he doesn't take anyone on anymore.
On a high, winning the trophy, something that he's waited 10 years to do. I think if he stays another season, he could jeopardise that even more because of the performances he's putting in last season was just not up to standard.
You're not having him?
I love him, and this hurts me so much to say, but I think this is the perfect time for him to leave.
Okay, 5-1 it is then, and nobody fancies switching sides. Heung-min Son, you're getting sold. Next, keep or sell. Mikel Arteta.
I don't know.
Uche. Hey!
Moving mad.
Is he the man to take you to them major trophies?
It's been a while without a title.
It's been, what, 5 years? You've won nothing. You won the FA Cup when you first joined, but didn't the other manager get you halfway through that competition anyway?
What Arteta's done to this club, 5 years ago, when he took over in 2019, I was there in the stadium and there weren't that many people there with me. People were booing, it was toxic, and the players were lackluster and not playing for the badge. I get it. First year, he won the FA Cup, and some might even say that weren't his players. But one thing that he did do was revitalise the culture, not only for the players, but for the fans. The levels that Arteta has set right now in the squad, year on year, getting better and better. I know people are going to say second 3 years in a row. But one thing you have to understand is, in football, it's not just like, okay, 1 year you're not winning, and then the next year you're winning, and you're going to win. It's not like that. One thing that Arteta has done, the culture in this team, everybody wants to win now. It's unfortunate we didn't win this year, but it's an expectation that he's brought in that now we demand success.
I'd still give him that extra year because you lot have clearly got better under him. But if you're not going to actually get past the line with him, then he's got to go. But you've got to give him at least another year. You can't sack him now.
I agree with
Do you think you've reached your ceiling under him?
That's the question.
No.
Do we reach
Well,
one?
you've got to find out next year.
No, we have to give him another year.
All right, give him another year.
Under Arteta, not only have we become a solid defensive unit, we're known in Europe as one of the best defensive sides.
True.
That's fact and stats. The only thing we're missing is another clinical attacker. And I'll be real, Arteta said it himself. He said he wants a striker. In summer, he wanted Sesko. Sesko signed a contract. Before Rafinha went to Barcelona, he wanted Rafinha. And then he went to Barcelona. So I feel like it's not a thing where Arteta doesn't want to buy. It's just that some of the targets that he wants to buy, he's not getting.
You have no motion?
I wouldn't say that. If Arteta gets the players that he wants, he's going to cook.
All right, okay then. So it looks like it's decided then 5v1. We are keeping Mikel Arteta. Next player is Brennan Johnson.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Honestly, I don't think he's that good. Without his goals, we would have been absolutely cooked. Even more than so, and that's saying something being 17. And he won us the Europa League. Could say Luke Shaw and goal, whatever, but he won it. For that reason, he's got to stay.
So, you said he's not good. You don't want good players.
I don't think he's a good footballer.
Yeah.
But his mind of getting into those right position and scoring tap-ins, those are something that not everyone got, you know.
I do hear that though. You can do all the step-overs in the world, but sometimes you just don't want to get in the box.
This season, you guys haven't been great. Yes, his goals kept you just about 17th and whatnot. But if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be looking at this season like, cool. What happened this year cannot happen again. Yes, we won a European trophy, but finishing 17th, that's insane. As in the only 3 teams that are worse than you were the 3 teams coming up from the Championship. If you want to move on from that, Brennan Johnson, who's already not a good footballer, get rid.
Peak, you were over here when we were talking about Richarlison.
I'll be honest, I think Brennan Johnson is terrible. But that is true. I was there for Martinelli. I was there for Richarlison. I want to come back one more time.
And there he goes! Peak is back!
If you're Tottenham, you've got on your get out of jail free card. You're in the Champions League, even though you finished 17th. Now it's time to up the standards. You want to be in that Champions League spot every single year, right? You want to go on and stop this, it's a Spursy thing, it's just Spurs. You want to win trophies. Brennan Johnson's not good enough. And I'll be real, if you can name me 5 things that Brennan Johnson excels at, I'll switch sides. But you can't.
I can't name you 5, but I can name you 1. Name me 1 player in the Premier League that's better or at back post tap-ins.
A lot of good wingers can do that.
He's the best at it. He's the best.
No, in the league or in Tottenham?
Yeah,
He's in the league. He is.
He is.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and start rattling off the back post tapping wingers.
I think Martinelli do that every day.
But what I do know is that we have 4-2 for Keith.
He got a Europa League goal final. You can't sell it.
Oh my goodness, Europa League goal final. I don't care. I'll be honest with you.
You don't care.
Yeah, they don't know what it's like to win a European trophy. They got no idea.
Our next player, Kai Havertz. Let's make a move. Hey, wow. Oh no, my word, Uche.
I just don't think he's that guy. And I think if you're keeping everyone for a squad, how many players do you need? How many players you can have on the bench if you're keeping all these players as squad players?
That's brilliant. Do you know, it's almost like we're on the same wavelength. Because what did I say earlier? To win titles, to win Champions Leagues, you need big squads, do you not? And also, Kai Havertz, is he the most elegant player on the ball? No. Is he the most clinical of strikers? No. But one thing that he does provide the team is definitely an outlet up front. And one thing that he does as well, he weaves together bits of the play.
Did you see the similarity in Kai Havertz and Richarlison? Because I see it. I feel like
There's no comparison whatsoever.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a
Don't do that.
stinker.
Hey, you can't do that because Richarlison has done much better stuff than Kai Havertz.
What exactly? Like what exactly?
We were there. We saw Brazil, bro. Listen, we can all do a tap in the Champions League final. Oh no!
Nah, I genuinely was 50-50 about it, but I'm thinking like, would Bayern Munich happen? Would Liverpool happen? Would City happen? Would Real Madrid? Would Barcelona? Would any of the top teams have Kai Havertz actually in their squad?
We need a bench player though. We need people.
No, guys, you saying you're going to keep man for the bench is fence sitting. What are the bad parts about Kai Havertz?
Now.
Misses a lot of chances.
He doesn't have enough urgency on the ball.
What are the good parts about Kai Havertz?
Next question.
Well, Kai Havertz, see you later. You're getting sold. Next player to keep or sell. Mammoth player. World Cup winner? Yeah. Cristian Romero. Everyone's keeping Cristian Romero. Oh no!
Romero is top. He's unbelievable. You might not watch him week in, week out, but when he's playing, he's absolutely incredible.
For those of us that don't watch him week in, week out, what does he do?
Well, he defends that goal so well. Right, he's unbelievable. And listen, you talk about selling him, get the money and buying someone else. You're trusting that money with Daniel Levy. He went out and bought Dragusin, who is terrible in my opinion.
Dragusin!
Come over here. You know we're not signing anyone that's nearly half as good as Romero.
You know what? I think it might be great for you guys to sell Cristian Romero right now. Only reason I say that is because he'll probably be at the highest in terms of his price tag right now. You're sitting off the back of Champions League qualification money. You've got Van der Ven in the cut. Young, he's very good. I feel like if you were to sell Cristian Romero, Danso's there as well. You can also recruit. No, I'll be very honest with you. You can recruit 2 very young centre halves, and that 60 mil, 70 mil for Cristian Romero can actually set you up quite nicely, not only for centre half, but also go towards buying other players in the squad. Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
There he goes.
In that scenario, will you sell Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid? That's the thing, you know.
We're talking about one of the greatest centre halves.
Let's not.
The importance for Romero for Tottenham compared to what the importance of Sergio Ramos to Real Madrid is kind of like irrelevant.
Ramos had actually built a legacy prior to that where he actually can be sold. Romero, what has he really done?
My biggest thing about Romero, is that I've never said he's a terrible defender. But from when I have watched Tottenham and I've seen Romero play, the 2 things that stick out to me is how rash he is in terms of tackles. Because I've seen him get red cards that it's like, bro, why on earth would you do that? It makes no sense.
In his first season, you're right. Since then, people have clung onto that narrative. Yeah. If you watch when players get in a little scuffle, he's the first one over there separating them.
Okay, well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're sticking right now. Romero, we're keeping you, son. Well done.
Well done, Sergio Ramos.
Well done. And so I bring one more. Leandro Trossard. Oh no!
As a Spurs fan, I'm actually so annoyed about his presence in Arsenal. I feel like how many key moments he stepped in and scored for Arsenal.
He actually works so much more than Martinelli. And that's the thing.
What?
And wait, hold on. I know you say what? This is don't go too faster. This is football. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it. Him as a footballer, I've seen him do more than Martinelli. The more not as great, when it comes to being a starting left wing. We can all agree with that. But let's see the aspect he's better than. He's actually both-footed as a player.
It's one of them. Let's go to the selling Trossard crowd. What are we saying, chaps?
When Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace, then we played Aston Villa afterwards. And then Trossard missed that chance. I watched it 4 yards out in my own corner flag with my own eyes. I saw I missed that. I was done with him then. I said, I'm done with Trossard. Get him out.
I mean, I'll go back to the Kai Havertz argument of would any of the big teams have him? No. If you're keeping him and putting him on the bench, you're sitting on the fence and you've got to come over here.
You said Trossard works harder than Martinelli, which is laughable. Against Bournemouth, when we got that red card, who was the person who played that stupid ball all the way back to Saliba?
Who?
Trossard. Oh, okay. So not even just that. Against Manchester City, when we were beating them woefully, dominating the game, Who was the one that got the red card from kicking the ball away? Huh? Thank you, Leandro Trossard. Now, I'm not even going to deny, on the ball, technically, Leandro Trossard is one of the best players at Arsenal. Both-footed, I fully understand that. But one thing I'm going to say is that's not enough to keep your place in this team. Yes, he does come up with great moments off the bench, but it's that consistency in his decision-making. He's consistently inconsistent. And also, Trossard, he's 30. He's a big man. He's not 23. If we want to level up as this team, as Arsenal, I'm sorry, technical ability and not being consistent, that's not good enough.
All right, my people, we look like we're selling Leandro Trossard. Well, buddy.
Your loss, Arsenal. Your loss. Honestly, your loss.